Graduation from high school, Hannah plans to attend the University of Arkansas, majoring in psychology, to later become a psychiatrist. Hannah's escort this evening is number 6, Colin Haney. Colin is the son of Carrie Bryant and Eric Haney. He plays wide receiver for the Curly Wolves. Colin was on the 2016 State Rucker. He is the son of Todd and Tracy Rucker. Trey is a linebacker and receiver for the Curly Wolves. He is a member of the National Honor Society, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and the OBU Upward Bound. Trey is a 4-sport athlete in basketball, football, baseball, and track. He was a member of the 2016 3A state champion football team and the 2017 and 2018 3A state champion track team. Trey is a member of Central Baptist Church. After graduation, Trey hopes to play college baseball at SAU and is undecided on a major at this time. Entering now is senior maid Haley Gillian, the daughter of Martha Powell and Todd Gillian. Haley is escorted tonight by her grandfather, Larry Gillian. Haley is a member of the book club and is a former cheerleader for the Curly Wolves. Haley is a member of Central Baptist Church. She likes to educate individuals on the importance of skincare. After graduation, she plans to attend esthetician and cosmetology school. Haley's escort this evening is Curly Wolf number 9, Ryan Johnson. Ryan is the son of Mark and Kelly Johnson. He is the quarterback and safety for the Curly Wolves. Ryan was a member of the 2016 state champion football team and the 2017 and 2018 state champion track teams. Ryan is a member of OBU Upward Bound, the National Honor Society, and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. After graduation, Ryan plans to attend a 4-year university to pursue a career in zoology. Ryan would like to thank God for all he has accomplished so far. Entering next is senior maid Erin Jernigan, the daughter of Angela York. Erin is escorted tonight by her cousin, Zach York. Erin is a member of Key Club, FBLA, is a Kiwanis Scholar, and a member of the National Honor Society. She is a member of First Biker Church of Texarkana. After graduation, she would like to travel and teach English before attending college to become a psychiatrist. Erin's Curly Wolf escort this evening is number 14, Kanku Lee. Kanku is the son of Ning and Nia Lee. He is a wide receiver for the Curly Wolves. After graduation from school, Kanku would like to become a game designer. The senior maid entering next is Mackenzie Lowe. She is the daughter of Selena Davis and Shelby Lowe. She is escorted tonight by her papa, Paul Foster. Mackenzie is a member of the National Honor Society, Key Club, and is a Kiwanis Scholar. She is also a member of the Lady Wolves track team and a PHS cheerleader and was named All-American. She is a member of Prescott Church of Christ. After graduation, Mackenzie plans to attend SAU and major in biological science, pre-health, then go to UAMS and become a pediatrician. Mackenzie's Curly Wolf escort this evening is number 76, Rayvon Tolliver. Rayvon is the son of Raymond Tolliver and Stephanie Tolliver. He plays center for the Curly Wolves. Rayvon is a member of the PHS Band, FBLA, OBU Talent Search, and the National Honor Society. Rayvon goes to True Worship in Waldo. After graduation, he would like to get a business degree and then go to culinary school. Entering next is senior maid Jemiah Smith. She is the daughter of Cindy Kaufman. Jemiah is escorted tonight by her mother, Cindy Kaufman. Jemiah is a member of East FCA and is a PHS cheerleader. She is also a member of the Lady Wolves basketball, softball, and track teams. Jemiah is a member of the Macedonia Baptist Church. Jemiah is also Miss Nevada County 2018. After graduation, Jemiah plans to go to the military and pursue a career as a neonatal nurse. Jemiah's escort this evening is number 52, Kobe Gillard. Kobe is the son of Lisa and Danny Gillard Sr. He plays right guard and defensive tackle for the Curly Wolves. Kobe is a member of FCA. He made first team All-District in football and a 2017 All-Arkansas Preps second team. He is a member of the New Beginning Church of God in Christ. Kobe plans to major in kinesiology and become a football coach. Our next senior maid is Kennedy Williams. Kennedy is the daughter of Jeff and Satara Williams. Kennedy is escorted tonight by her father, Jeff Williams. She is a member of FCA, OBU Talent Search, FCCLA, and the National Honor Society. Kennedy is captain of the Curly Wolf cheerleading squad and a member of the 2018-2019 All-American cheer team. Kennedy is a member of Prescott Church of God. After graduation, she plans to attend college and get her doctorate in physical therapy and a minor in psychology. Kennedy's Curly Wolf escort this evening is number 3, Cameron Cox. Cameron is the son of Jacqueline Cox and Timothy Block. He is a wide receiver for the Curly Wolves and made first team All-District. Cameron is a member of the FCA. He attends Macedonia Baptist Church. After graduation, Cameron plans to play college football and major in industrial engineering. Entering next is senior maid Olivia Williams. She is the daughter of Michael Williams and Tiffany Nolan. Olivia is escorted tonight by her father, Michael Williams. Olivia is a member of FCA and East. Olivia is a member of the Lady Wolves basketball and track teams. She attends New Beginning Church. After graduation, Olivia plans to attend the University of North Texas or UCA and get a doctorate degree in physical therapy and maybe someday get lucky to work with the NBA. Olivia's Curly Wolf escort this evening is number 64, Riley Robbins. Riley is the son of Christy Robbins and Ricky Robbins. He plays center and defensive tackle for the Curly Wolves. Riley is a 4-year starter in baseball and a 3-year starter in football for the Curly Wolves and made the second team All-Conference in football. He is a member of FCA and Key Club. After graduation, Riley plans to go to college and major in business administration and management. Our next senior maid is Jasmine Witherspoon. She is the daughter of Carla Wilson. She is escorted tonight by her uncle, Brandon Wilson. Jasmine is a member of OBU, FCA, East, and runs track for the Lady Wolves. She has been a PHS cheerleader for 5 years. After graduation, Jasmine plans to attend college and become a dental hygienist. Jasmine is escorted by Curly Wolf number 10, Jordan Glass. Jordan is the son of Mark and Deanna Glass. He plays receiver for the Curly Wolves. Jordan is a member of FCA. He enjoys playing football, basketball, and running track for the Curly Wolves. Jordan is a member of the First Baptist Church. After graduation, he plans to attend college and become a photographer. Now entering is maid-at-large Kyer Pearson. Kyer is the daughter of Keosha Franklin and Kenneth Pearson. Kyer is escorted tonight by her father, Kenneth Pearson. She is a member of the OBU Talent Search, East, FCA, and is a PHS cheerleader. She is also a member of the Lady Wolves track and softball teams. Kyer likes to give positive advice to little kids or anyone who needs it. She attends Kingdom Authority Christian Ministry. After graduation, Kyer plans to go to cosmetology school to get her license. Kyer is escorted by number 7, Keontae Franklin, and number 33, Colton Johnson. Keontae is the son of Amber Hignott and Orlando Franklin. He plays wide receiver and defensive back for the Curly Wolves. Keontae is a member of the OBU Upward Bound, FBLA, and FCA. After graduation, Keontae plans to take a career in the welding field. Colton is the son of Joe and Brandy Johnson. He plays defensive line and linebacker for the Curly Wolves. Colton is a member of the FFA. After graduation, Colton plans to attend college but is unsure where at this time. Our flower girl is Peyton Cummings. She is the daughter of Chance and Haley Cummings. Peyton is 6 years old and is in Miss Garcia's first grade classroom at Prescott Elementary. Her grandparents are Bob and Lori Cummings and Micah and Brenda Stockton, all of Prescott. Peyton has one sister, Adeline, 2 years old. Peyton enjoys playing with her sister, cousins, and friends. She also loves going to her grandparents' house, swimming, and playing outside. She attends First Baptist Church in Prescott. The crown bearer is Tanner Glass. He is the son of Brad and Haley Glass. Tanner is 6 years old and is in Miss Thompson's kindergarten class at Prescott Elementary. His grandparents are Tommy and Michelle Glass of Prescott and J.D. and Lee Killing of Gurdon. Tanner has a 3-year-old brother, Tate. Tanner loves to play sports, playing outside with his friends and family, and his favorite thing about school is PE. He also loves to cheer on the Curly Wolves on Friday nights and to watch his big cousin, Karsten. He wants to be a firefighter when he grows up. Tanner attends Park Missionary Baptist Church and is active in the Discovery program. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome our 2018 Homecoming Queen, Miss Javelin Cummings. Javelin is the daughter of Jamie and Jovi Cummings. Javelin is escorted tonight by her brother, Kyle Cummings. She is a member of the National Honor Society, Key Club, and is a Kiwanis Scholar. Javelin is a member of the First Baptist Church. After graduation, she plans to attend college and pursue a graduate degree in either the medical field or education. Javelin is escorted this evening by number 4, Connor Tinsley. Connor is the son of Alicia McClellan and Jay Tinsley. He is a middle linebacker for the Curly Wolves. Connor is a member of the National Honor Society and FCA. He is also a Kiwanis Scholar. He attends First Baptist Church in Prescott. After graduation, Connor plans to attend the University of Arkansas, but is undecided on a major. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Queen Javelin and her royal court.
Kelly, your best friend? Okay,
The referees for tonight's game with referee Bobby Mixon, umpire L.N. Williams, head linesman Kenneth Link, field judge Raleigh Ward, back judge is Jimmy Gamble.
No, you're good. Hey, I got a blister on my big metal. Actually, there's a reproduction symbol kind of better plants. I bought it as a giveaway in that Douglas County. I did put on an organized metal detector. We do 2 a year. That's why I was trying to get a hold of people a while back. I started first to get into it. I've been about a year now. I found, I guess about a month ago, I found 3 working out.
Would everyone please stand for a word of prayer in the national anthem? The prayer will be given by Brother Ricky Burke.
Let's bow our heads for prayer. God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, we thank you so much for this day. Thank you for the beautiful weather you sent our way, and trust that you'll continue to keep us safe in your care. Thank you for each school that's represented here tonight. We pray that you'll keep everyone safe on and off the field. We thank you so much for all the blessings you've bestowed upon us, and we praise your holy and righteous name. Please forgive us of our sins. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Tonight our game ball is brought to you by our lifetime from DeQueen, Arkansas. We have been serving the Curly Wolves and local community for over 10 years. Your pilot on board tonight is Alex Miller from Texarkana, Texas. Alex has been serving his country and communities for the past 8 years as active duty military. Alex's medical crew tonight is Eric Feathery, flight paramedic from Prescott, Arkansas. Eric has been serving the southwest Arkansas area for the past 10 years. And nurse Cindy Pine, who is a pediatric nurse for Arkansas Children's Hospital and has been serving Arkansas for over 23 years experience. Together, this crew has over 33 years of medical experience and is here to serve you. We hope that everyone enjoys the great night to play ball. Be safe. Go Curly Wolves!
You look handsome. Woo woo.
Captains for Genoa tonight is Dawson Cole, number 22 Stanford McQuarrie, number 80 Morgan Thomas. Here comes the helicopter with the game ball.
Their game feet back up underneath them. It's homecoming night. There's class reunions of 2008, 1998, 1988, 1978. So there's a lot of fans here, Ralph. Prescott just needs to get back on track.
Well, this is one of those things you got to have a short memory and get past last week. A lot of problems last week. A really tough game. Just have to forget what happened and get started again. New season, getting into the conference again. It's just very important. Prescott's got to win out.
That's right.
To try to stay even with Smackover. Smackover took the lead in the conference last week, but Prescott can get back on track this week.
And Prescott still has a chance to share the conference title if Prescott wins out and can beat Camden Harmony Grove, and then Camden Harmony Grove can then in turn beat Smackover, and of course then we get into the point variations and all those type of things, the tiebreakers that come about. But the main thing is Prescott's got to take care of their business. They've got to win out, and they've got to play their best football from the rest of the season.
Well, made a lot of mistakes last week. Can't make mistakes. That's what gets you beaten. Like I said, we talked about the mental game last week. Pretty tough. You know, it's like I say, Smackover was a really, really good team, and it was a tough game right down to the end. But it's just you got to get back on track and do what you do.
And the thing that I always try to say to people when you face a loss is, well, if you're really a championship team, you will overcome it, and you can prove it at the end of the season. You know, teams that have a step where they mess up, you know, you can look at teams like Alabama that have lost games during their season. They come back and they win the championship. There's been other teams that have done the same thing. Clemson did it a few years ago. There's just not every game is very important, but even if you lose one game, you can't let that define your season. You got to just keep coming back and win out when you get the opportunities.
Well, when you make mistakes, you have problems. You've got to learn from those and get past that and be able to do better the next time. And that's part of what the Curly Wolves got to do tonight is get past the mistakes, get their head right, and do what they can do.
That's right. It's character building.
Well, I tell folks that continuing to win is not nearly as tough as losing and then coming back and try to win again. You've got to get your head straight. Understand, you had a loss. It's not the end of the year, but it is a building point. You start over right now. You start over. Another win streak starts tonight.
That's right. I can remember several years ago when Genoa began their football program there. It was begun by Coach Eddie Jackson. He left Prescott. They called and asked him to come over there and help them to start the program over in Genoa. He did that for several years and then then retired again from Genoa. But Eddie Jackson did help start the program at Genoa.
Jim, looks like we got a pretty good crowd. Like I said, we got 3 class reunions going on tonight. Looks like the weather's going to cooperate. We're finally going to get some football weather, cool off. Rain looks like it's going to move out. Field is going to be a little wet, maybe a little sloppy, but Prescott has one of the best fields in Arkansas with the turf and everything that they do to maintain the field. So it should be a really good game. Anxious to get this one started.
Coming into this game, Genoa has not been a big scoring power team. They've only scored 40 points all season long. Prescott was averaging 40 points a game or had scored 40 or more in every game except the game last week. Alex George set to kick it away. He will kick it deep, and it'll go into the end zone and be brought back out to the 20. Prescott will start defensively with Genoa backed up on their own 20-yard line.
And that's the kind of way Prescott likes to start off on defense, kind of set the tone. And last week we talked about it. Prescott started off on offense last week. It's kind of unusual. Prescott usually tries to start out on defense if they can to try to set the tone of the whole game and kind of get everything set.
Number 5, Colby Cobb is the quarterback. 6'2", 195. Genoa is known quite a bit for their baseball teams and the cross country and track. Going to be a jet sweep to the left. Going to be a gain of about 8 or 9 yards there by number 7, Bearden.
The ball carrier.
Really good push over that left side. Got up looks like about a yard short of the first down.
He picks up 9 yards. Second and 1.
And we talk about, getting your mindset and getting your focus back on the game. Homecoming is always a distraction. No matter what happens, when you're dealing with homecoming activities before the game, you're just not in your complete routine.
Well, it goes on all day long. There's activities going on all during school. It just throws you completely out of rhythm.
Colton Johnson met number 34 in the backfield. That was Savelle.
He was thrown for a loss.
Really good play by Colton. He split the gap on the left side. There was untouched all the way into the backfield. Loss of about 6 on the play.
He timed that one perfectly.
3rd and 7.
Prescott's got a really good linebacker core. They're really quick, very active, and really push that line of scrimmage hard.
Bring up a 3rd down and 7. Cobb will roll out to throw. Looking for number 10. He's got it complete for the first down. Pass was complete to Martin.
Number 5, Cobb, quarterback, completes the pass.
It's going to be out to about the 30, what's that, about the 38-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 14 yards. Not quite the way the Curly Wolf defense wanted to get started. But
they just kind of slipped that back out of the backfield, and nobody picked him up, and he was wide open out in the flat, Jim.
Cobb gives the ball to number 7 over the right side. Not going to have as much success this direction. Bearden was dropped for a loss.
Tried that jet sweep to the right side that they had success on a play or two earlier. Curley was really strung that one out well and stopped it for a loss of 1.
Second and 11.
Second down and 11 now. The ball's marked on the 37-yard line. There's one common opponent that both teams have played this year, that being Lafayette County. Cobb looking for a receiver. Oh, and it's dropped by number 80. Hit him right in the shoulder pad, it looked like. That was intended for Thomas.
I think he may have heard some footsteps on that one, Jim. Number 3, Cameron Cox had a bead lined up on him.
Third down and 11. That common opponent, Prescott, defeated in the first game of the season 41-0, and then Genoa beat them 17-0. Cobb and Savell in the backfield. 3 receivers to the left, and look like we got a false start on the right side. Yeah, Cersei, I think he realized he was moving and he just fell to the ground.
I think he had his mind made up. He was going in wet field and everything else. He didn't have a chance to stop it.
Third and 16.
Made a loss of 5 on the penalty. Bring up a third down and 16, and this is definitely not the down and distance that Genoa wants to be in. 3 receivers to the left, so going to be a kind of a little screen pass. That's a lateral, and Jacoby's going to pick it up. Oh, that was a lateral all day long.
Late call on that one, Jim. Wow.
That was a lateral.
Our kid had picked that one up and was 10 yards down the field, and they blew the whistle on that one. Wow.
Now we just wait for the punt.
Colin Haney had that one lined, or no, it wasn't Haney. Nolan had that one lined up and was headed to the house. See if Genoa will punt to us this week. Smackover wouldn't punt to us last week. They kicked it off to the side, so our speedy runners couldn't get any.
They're going to punt it away. It's going to be a high kick.
Snap.
Jacoby Nolan will take it at about the 39-yard line. Seeking to get around the right side. And he'll be bottled up and dropped at about the 38, loss of 1 on the return.
Number 5, Nolan on the run back.
You never want to run backwards.
Usually not a good result.
One thing, I was a punt returner when I played, and that was one of the things the coaches always said, make your first 2 steps forward. If that's all you get, that's all you get, but don't go backwards.
Well, stay back the ball, get a good running start when you get it, and don't go backwards.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you park on the driveway toward the Saks building.
We have 1st and 10, Curly Wolves. First offensive possession for Prescott tonight. No score. 9:15 to go in the first quarter. Johnson, little jet sweep to Cox. He breaks 1 tackle and trying to get out of the second, will be tackled at about the 41-yard line.
41-yard line. That was kind of slow developing. He just kept stringing it out. He finally got a crack and got out for a really good gain, about 20 yards.
Norton on the tackle. And that's enough for a Curly Wolf. First down.
20-yard gain there. Prescott will have it 1st and 10. Now on the Genoa 42-yard line. Johnson, little jet sweep to the right this time. Cox gets around the end, breaks 1 tackle, and then will be dropped for about a gain of 6, maybe 7.
Really, I'd say all the plays seem to be slow developing, but they're stringing them out and doing a pretty good job of getting it blocked. It just looks like it's slow coming about. Maybe the Curly Wolves, hopefully this week, will hold on to that ball a little better. I think they had 11 fumbles last week, lost 2. Wet field tonight make you think it'd be a little slicker, but I sure hope they get a hold of it.
Second down and a long 3 for Prescott. Going to bring Nolan in motion this time. And this time they're going to get the George up the middle, and might be a gain of 2.
like the coaches may have had a discussion with George. Looks like he's got 2 hands on the ball tonight. Had a little trouble with it last week.
We'll call it a gain of 1. Yeah, that's one of those that after that kind of a game, you make him carry a football all week long with him.
That's what happened in the old days for
That's
sure.
right. Johnson waits for the signals from the coaching staff. Johnson will drop back to pass. He's going to look for Cox. He's got him wide open. That'll be a touchdown, Curly Wolves.
Brian Johnson's pass is complete.
Boy, beautiful pass right over the middle, right over his shoulder. Johnson a little bit more on target than he was starting off the game last week. He was a little off target. That one was right on the money, right in stride, easy touchdown.
Well, we have 7:28 to go now here in the first quarter, and Prescott is on top.
If you parked on the driveway toward the Facts building,
We will
where the Royals
wait for the extra point.
Game, please move your car now. You have cars locked in. Thank you.
Robin on with the extra point, and it is good. Prescott leads now 7-0. We want to thank our sponsors, Cofields, Nevada County Courthouse, and the Bank of Delight. Good way to get started on a first offensive possession, take it down 62 yards, get the ball in zone with running the pass, doing a little bit of both. You know, last week we were locked in on running the ball, which was successful. It was, you know, that was the game plan last week. It was successful. It just didn't come up on the winning end on the goal scoreboard.
Well, last week they were running that run option to the right most of the first half and worked really well. Johnson was keeping the ball, which was very unusual. I think they'd had a game plan to try to get it out of the tailback's hands, because that's basically what we'd run all year long. Came up with a new look, and it worked real well the first half.
Alex George will be set to kick it away. Seven Bearden back deep for the Dragons.
Dragons may have seen our onside kick. They've got everybody up except one guy.
Bearden's going to take it at about the 10. Oh, and he was hitting. Oh, nice tackle there by Nolan. That was a form tackle.
I think that was a form tackle that they teach you in the NFL would have flagged you for that one. He stuck in the middle of him and took him down.
Nolan on the tackle.
Yeah, that's the one level of sports nowadays that you can't even play what you're supposed to be playing.
Well, he tackled just like you teach him. Put that helmet right between the numbers and took him back 3 yards all the way down.
First and 10 Dragons. Ball marked on the 21-yard line. Cobb dropping back to pass. Oh, and he is sacked from behind by Nolan. I didn't even see him come up to him.
He's kind of a blitz from the left side. He just come out of nowhere and bam, by the time the quarterback got the ball, he was there.
Yeah, I never even saw that coming.
I think he may like that part of the field, Jim.
Number 5.
That'll bring up a second down and 15.
As active as our linebackers are, I don't think they want to get in a passing situation where that's all they're going to do, because our linebackers are going to just tee off on them.
Ball's going to be kept by Cobb this time over the right side. He's going to gain about 7-8 yards. Bring up a third and manageable for the Dragons.
Really good play right off the right side. Everybody kind of went to the left, and he just kind of slid in behind him. Got a good gain on that right side.
Bring up a third down and about 5, maybe a long 4.
3rd and 3.
Cobb will keep this time over the left side, and he's going to be close to the first down.
Cobb on the carry.
I believe he'll have it.
Rucker on the tackle.
Just like he's going to have it by maybe a yard, half a yard to a yard.
It's going to be real close. They're going to measure this one, Jim. Had several of these last week, and some of them went the right way. Some of them didn't.
Now, yeah, they're already saying first down. I believe it is. I think we started. They started on the 21. He's out to the 32, so that should be a first down. Waiting to see what's.
Got a official timeout. I'm not sure what it is.
They're having to bring in another quarterback. Something. The quarterback has to correct something. Not sure what it was. First and 10, Dragons. Ball is given off to number 34, Savelle. That was Mason in at quarterback.
Loss on the play.
Tried that sprint out to the left side. There was just no way Curtis Willis strung that one out, and there was lots of people waiting on him.
Cobb comes back in at quarterback. I don't know whether he had some equipment issues or
I think
something.
he had gone to the sideline and they wouldn't let him re-enter. I think's what happened.
Second down and 12. Cobb gives the ball to Savelle, and he'll be dropped for another loss.
And that's number 50, Peyton, was in there from his right side on the line.
Savelle on the carry.
Brings up a third down and 14.
No gain on the play. Third down.
Ball looks like it is marked right about the, I'm going to say that's a 27, 28-yard line. Cobb drops back to pass. Looking for Mason, number 18. He just doesn't hang on. Hit him right in the hands.
They're having a little trouble holding on to the ball. I'm not sure whether they're hearing footsteps behind them or looking off, but those are good passes. They're just not being caught. Good opportunities.
Bring up a fourth down now for the Dragons. Nolan and Cox back deep to receive the kick once again. Another high punt, a little wobbly. Nolan will come up and doesn't catch it. Gets out of the way just in the nick of time.
Looked like he was going to catch it late, then he, after the last second, got out of the way.
That's a dangerous situation when you do that.
Never know where that oblong ball is going to flip.
That's right.
But Genoa's got a good. They're not getting very much distance on the punts, but they're really getting a good height on it. Makes it hard to return.
And when it's short and high, that gives the return, your coverage team time to get down there and get in position. First and 10, ball is marked on the 44-yard line of Prescott.
Old Tommy Glass is with them. 1978 class of Prescott High School.
Johnson's going to give the ball off to Thompson. Thompson, he's breaking free. Will be tackled on about the 36-yard line. Good run there by Darren Thompson.
Well blocked, and when he got to the edge, there's lots of room.
It's going to be gain of about 20 yards on the carry. First and 10 now for the Curtis Willis back in Dragon territory. Johnson will give the ball to Thompson again over the right side, up the middle, and couldn't quite get free, but it did gain about 4 or 5 on the play.
Thompson on the carry.
It just seems strange, Jim. Seems like they're in slow motion, but they're still pushing forward. Kind of like we started off last week. Last week was pretty slow start, and I think this one's starting off the same way.
Second down and 6. 3:37 to go first quarter. Prescott leading 7-0. High snap. Ball given again to Thompson, left side. He does get around the edge and will be close to the first down. I believe he's just a little bit short.
High snap. It helps to have a 6'7" quarterback to be able to get that and salvage that, because the snap was really high.
31.
Gain of 3 on the carry. Be a 3rd and 1 situation. Johnson gives the ball to George over the right side. He'll get the first down and more. Still on his feet, and he's out of bounds.
Yeah, that's what we're used to seeing out of George. He takes that lick and keeps on
And he
keeps his
picks up
feet
another
moving.
curly one.
Didn't see a whole lot of that last week, but
Touchdown.
that was what we'd been used to seeing. He'll take 2 or 3 licks and just keeps on going. They never actually got him to the ground. He actually made it to the end zone, but they did get him out of bounds.
Usually he will cut that back. Gain of 10 yards on the carry. Oh, bad snap. Johnson's going to have to pick it up and try to do anything he can with it. He's still running, and he's got a lot of room now.
A lot of room, a lot of curly wolves in front of him.
Yep, he will score. Once he got past the rush.
That's one of those busted plays, but he's got lots of speed, covers lots of ground, and when he did make that corner, there was lots of curly wolves in front of him, and it looked like the blocking wall on a punt
right.
or kickoff.
Rabadon on for the extra point. Extra point is good, and Prescott leads 14-0 with 2:58 to go in the first quarter. Well, Prescott's had 2 scoring drives. The first one was 4 plays, 62 yards. This one was 5 plays, and it was 56 yards.
And that's kind of what we got used to.
Hey, y'all give a shout out for longtime manager George Levitt.
It's fun to see these faces in the crowd that you don't normally see, but they're coming in for these reunion. Looks like they just recognize one of the old managers from one of the football teams in the past.
George will be set to kick it away again to the Genoa Central Dragons. Prescott leading 14-0. Thank our sponsors, Nevada County Courthouse, Bank of Delight, and Cofields. George kicks it away. It's going to be taken on about the 12-yard line. Trying to get behind his wall, but he will be dropped, and, well, he's still on his feet. That was number 7 there, Bearden.
He got behind his wall, Jim, but the wall kind of stopped.
Yeah.
There was no place to go.
Bearden on the return.
Really good coverage by the Curly Wolves.
And I'm surprised they don't run him more out of the backfield. He seems to be a pretty strong runner, a good-sized kid. Ball is going to be marked at about the 26-yard line.
First and 10 Dragons.
Genoa starts their 3rd offensive possession. 3 receivers to the left. Cobb. Oh, it's going to be, should have been intercepted by Thompson.
It was one of those looked like a beach ball. Guys got big, kind of wanted his feet got to move it, he couldn't catch the ball.
Second down.
And that's surprising. Thompson's usually pretty sure-handed.
I think he may have anticipated where he was going on that one.
Second down and 10.
It's kind of like the ball game I was watching last night. They was talking about the quarterback that had such good coverage. He's just standing flat-footed throwing the ball. Thompson standing flat-footed on that because it was just there.
Prescott come with the blitz. Cobb's going to be caught in the backfield. And it's going to be a lot of about 3 or 4 Curly Wolves to get him down.
Prescott's linebackers are doing a lot of blitzing on these plays.
Cobb is,
And it's just hard for them to get
back
enough bodies
field
to stop them.
for a loss. Third down.
A loss of a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 11. Cobb over on the sidelines waiting to get the call from their coach. And they're kind of letting the clock wind down here. I believe they're going to probably call a timeout once the play clock gets down to about 1 second. Looks to be what he's planning on doing. And there's the timeout. So we got 1:50 to go in the first quarter. Prescott's leading 14-0. And Ralph, this is what you wanted Prescott to do. They come off a very tough loss last week. They're getting back out here. It's homecoming, a lot of distractions and things like that. But they've come out on their first 2 offensive possessions, scored. That first time they're on defense, Genoa moved the ball a little bit, but since that time they really kind of shut them down.
I think they've come out pretty well focused on this. When they got Genoa had to call a timeout because the first 3 possessions they really had a little bit of success that first series, but after that it's been Curly Wolf defense completely shut them down. So Genoa is trying to regroup and try to put a plan together, see how we can move this ball. Coach Ray been at Genoa a long time. I think he may have been there when Coach Jackson was there.
He may have.
He's been there a long time, but really good discipline there and takes care of the squad. Small numbers, so it's hard to really compete, but he does real well with what they've got.
And they're playing to try to get to playoffs as well. I mean, if they can finish in that 5th position, which that gets them an opportunity to play in the playoffs, and that's something that can be rewarding for your team.
That's a positive, something to build on. But when you get to make a trip to North Arkansas, 5-hour trip to North Arkansas, kind of makes it tough to be focused and ready to play.
Cobb drops back to pass. It's going to be overthrown. That'll be an incomplete pass, and they'll be set to punt once again.
Tried that little screen out there to the right side. Gully was right in the middle of both players, and there was really no place for it to go. Probably a good thing it was overthrown because Gully was sitting there waiting on it.
Number 24, Aaron Barwick, will kick it away for Genoa. Very strong leg. I know is a field goal kicker. Very good kicker. High kick once again. Going to be short this time. It's going to bounce, and Genoa's going to deaden it at about the 47-yard line.
As we were talking about earlier, Jim, he was talking about their kicker. I was watching him in warm-ups kicking 47-yarders. So for a high school kid, that's just a pretty good leg. They just hadn't had an opportunity to get him close enough to try it. Prescott starting off their best field position of the night at the 47-yard line. 2 good clean series, 4-play drive, and a 5-play drive to score. See what Curly Wolves come out and do this series.
1st and 10, Curly Wolves. Johnson awaits the snap. They don't get the Dragons to jump, so Coach Glass will give them a new play. Johnson on a little quick pass out to Nolan around the left end, and that's where you need to drop your shoulders a little bit. He kind of took that and up high.
They got going to catch Prescott for a holding right there in the middle. Holding on the wide receiver.
He'll be holding on Prescott.
Flag on the play.
Not only got a little jersey, he had his arms wrapped completely around him, so it's a pretty easy call for the referee in the middle.
Holding against Curly Wolves.
They're going to mark that back from the line of scrimmage, it looks like.
Ten-yard penalty.
Bring up a 1st down and 20.
Still 1st down.
I thought that was a spot foul, so I'm not sure what that was.
Johnson drops back to pass. Oh, he's going to throw it over the head. Oh, and Cox came up with it. Wow. Wow, what a catch.
Johnson completes the pass to
Beautiful spire. Boy, adjusted on the ball. It fell right in his lap for a touchdown.
The defenders were trying to pick it up, and Cox just ran right in between them and caught it and took right on off.
Heck of an adjustment to try to turn and get that ball because it looked like it was going off to one side, and he made an adjustment, slid right under and slid right in for the touchdown. Wow.
Well, that was a 2-play drive, and one of them was a penalty. So Prescott very efficient tonight offensively. Rabadon to attempt the extra point. It's up, and I believe it's good. Got 1:15 to go here in the first quarter. Prescott's leading 21-0. As always, we appreciate our sponsors, Beta County Courthouse, Cofields, and the Bank of Delight.
Jim, that one looked like it had no chance of being completed. There's two defenders, and it fell right in between them, fell right into his arms. An excellent pass. He made a great adjustment and snagged the ball, and there was nobody in close to touch him when he got a hold of it.
That's one of those you always tell your receiver, don't give up on the ball. He actually looked like he had overthrown it, but it's had enough air underneath it to where Cox just made an adjustment, turned on a little extra gas, and just ran up and caught it and went on. Prescott will get set to kick it away again to the Dragons. And they are prepared for an onside kick at any particular time. I tell you, a nice little old droop kick right over that second row might be a little efficient. And Bearden's going to take it at the 20. Comes right up midfield, middle of the field, and will be tackled at the 40-yard line.
Bearden on the return.
It was Colton Johnson on that tackle. They got a good little seam right up the middle. Got a good return on that, but Colton Johnson stopped him before he got any further.
The 1st and 10 Dragons on their own 40-yard line.
Best starting position for the Genoa Dragons has been starting around the 20, 22, 23-yard line, and they got it out at the 40-yard line this time.
And the ball's going to be handed off to Seville. He'll get maybe 3 yards on the carry.
3 yards, and number 50 Peyton in on that tackle.
Warwick on the carry. Picked up 2 yards.
Be a
Second down.
second down and 7. And Cobb is going to keep it this time over the left side. He's got some running room. He'll be out close to a first down.
Keeper.
Looks like he's going to be about a yard short, Jim. He made a good run right off the left side. Faked in the middle, and linebackers bit on that fake, and he went off the left side.
Bring up a 3rd down and 1. And one of the things I've noticed in this particular possession, they've just got one receiver on each side. They've got an extra lineman now. Extra 2 linemen actually on the line of scrimmage. So
that's kind of like we were talking about it a while ago, that Coach Ray gonna make a adjustment. Curlers were getting a lot of pressure right up through the middle with the linebackers. Decided to pull in those receivers and try to get enough bodies there to be able to block, because we were getting a lot of penetration by the linebackers.
That's right. That's going to end the first quarter. Prescott's leading 21-0. This defense. This is a time they want to toughen up a little bit here. They haven't allowed them to cross the 50 all night so far. And, this is a little pride moment for your defense to step up here, hold them, don't let them get this first down, and make them punt it away.
Well, looks like it's going to be third and about a half a yard.
Yeah, I was expecting a lighter crowd tonight with the rain and everything in the area tonight, but we've got a good crowd this evening. We appreciate everybody being out tonight with the homecoming and all.
Really good crowd. I was kind of thinking like you, the rain might slow it down, but the rain quit a little bit before the ball game started. Big crowd. Like I say, we've got 3 different class reunions going on. Brought a few extra people out. It's really a good crowd.
Cobb, he's going to keep it. He's going to bounce. Bounce around that right side, but I believe he got the first down.
Had him stopped short, and he just kept pushing. Did pick up the first down. He is in Prescott territory.
He's a big kid. He's definitely got some leg strength, and you can't tackle him high. You got to get him down low.
Showing 6'2". He looks taller than that. He's 6'2", 195, and he's a good, strong kid.
1st and 10 Dragons on the Prescott 49. Ball given to Seville. I'm going to say a gain of maybe 2 yards. Brings up a 2nd down and 8. Ball marked at the 47-yard line.
Seville on the carry. Picked up 2 yards, 2nd and 8.
Cobb will keep it over the right side. He's got room, and he'll get down close to another first down.
Well, Cobb's kind of like Johnson is on our side. He's a little deceptive on his moves and speed. He's got, you know, big, long, tall kid, and he's got really good moves.
3rd down and 1. Ball marked on the 40-yard line of Prescott. Prescott needs to get some penetration here to push back, to get some momentum in the backfield. Try to disrupt the handoff. Ball is given to Seville. He will get a first down. Nice drive here by the Dragons so far.
They kind of, after the first 2 or 3 series, they kind of made a little adjustment instead of trying to get outside as much, because Prescott's speed is stopping that. They're going right up the middle, getting good push up the middle.
They're going to call this a 4th down.
Good time for the Curly Wolves to step up and make a stop here.
Cobb will keep it. He will get around the left side and have the first down. Nice job by Cobb that time.
Cobb on the carry.
Prescott expecting that right up the middle, and he just shuffled, coming around the left side, had a little room.
He'll gain 6 yards on the carry. Be down to the 33-yard line. Genoa's putting together a really nice drive here. Prescott defense needs to step it up and shut it down. Cobb gives the ball to Seville. Nice tackle there by Arnett.
Cobb on the hands off to number 34, Seville. Picked up 1 yard.
Arnett stepped up, got both hands on that offensive player, and just shifted off to the left and made that tackle.
Bring up a 2nd down and 9. They've pretty much so gone away from the passing game here. Cobb, the ball is on the ground, and it's still on the ground, and Seville does cover it up.
Bounce, and bounce to a Genoa Dragon. And as you said, Tim, Genoa's made the adjustments. They're coming in, they're putting a lot more folks up on the line, trying to be able to get that block. That ball just a little wet, squirted out, bounced around 3 or 4 times, and Genoa came up with it. It was loss on the play. It's going to be 3rd and about 12.
Need to get down to about the 22-yard line to reach the first down. 3rd down and long. Cobb's going to drop back to pass. No one open. He's trying to get around the left side, but he will not get around the end this time and be dropped right about the line of scrimmage.
Almost got back to the line of scrimmage. He actually lost a little bit. It looked like he was going to gain it. He just closed down in a hurry.
4th down.
Well, they gave him the line of scrimmage.
just barely. He was trying to pass the ball.
I know.
Defensive backs had everything covered up. There was no place to go with it. He just had to tuck it and try to get what he could.
Fourth down. Cobb's going to drop back to pass. He's got a receiver open. He dropped it. The receiver fell down, and then Johnson dropped the ball. I think he's dropped about 4 or 5 interceptions this year.
It just looks like a hot potato. We've had an opportunity to intercept about 3 tonight. It just seemed like it's a hot potato and nobody can catch it. Looked like had a receiver wide open. Looked like he was going to catch it, but he put his feet down and just slipped down, and Johnson hit him right in the chest.
Prescott will take over. They'll have the ball on the 35-yard line and start their 4th possession of the night. They've scored on their first 3.
Prescott leading this one 21-0. We got 8:01 left. Like I said, it seems like it's going to just kind of slow process. It's really kind of going a slow game.
Johnson gives the ball to Thompson right up the middle. He's got a lot of room. He's going to go all the way, 65 yards. Curly Wolves 1 play and a touchdown.
Really good blocking downfield. Gully downfield 20 yards. Made that block and turned him loose. Genoa didn't have near enough speed to catch him when he broke that last defender. we had a 4-play drive, a 5-play drive, a 2-play drive, and a 1-play. Looks like Prescott's got it going their way.
Rabadon will be on for the extra point. Rucker to hold.
Trey Rucker on the hold.
Rabadon's kick, it is up. It is good.
And it's good.
7:51 to go in the second quarter, and Prescott leads 28-0.
Jim, that was one of those that was really well blocked. He was untouched right up the middle and had one defender to stop.
right.
And had number 8 Gully down 20 yards down the field, made that block, and there was nobody in the house going to catch him when he broke that last defender.
That's what you like to see. If you can get past that first line of defense and the receivers make two good blocks, that usually means there's a lot of daylight.
Well, you get past that lineman, get past the linebackers, it's up to you to have the speed and moves most time to make that with just a little assistance somewhere along the way. It's going to be a long run.
I expect to see either a onside kick or a very high pooch kick right here. Rabadon's going to kick it off this time. Thank our sponsors, Nevada County Courthouse. They've probably been pretty busy this week, and come Monday for sure anyway, with property taxes and all being due. Cofields, and also Bank of Delight. Oh, yep, and that's going to be a penalty. You can't hit them if they call a fair catch. Jeffrey Martin that time hit him.
That was one of those, Jim. He was in all the traffic and everybody. Yeah. I'm not sure he saw who he was hitting, but he hit somebody.
I think he was coming through, and I don't think he ever saw him, do the fair catch signal. That's a hustle penalty, and you'll take a hustle penalty.
I'll take somebody putting on a lick when they're out there.
That's right.
You can't teach that. That's one of those things. It's kind of geared into them, and that's what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you're going to have that little mental mistake, and that's what happened.
Yeah, the Arkansas Razorbacks learned that when they played the North Texas Mean Green.
10-yard penalty.
Genoa will start in Prescott territory this time at the Prescott 47-yard line, their best field position of the night. Had a very successful drive last time, but was stopped once it got down to the 35-yard line. Cobb will roll out to pass. He's going to throw it, and Rucker knocks it down.
Top pass is incomplete.
Another one of those that should have been intercepted, Jim. He just couldn't get his hands on it.
Second down.
Oh, he got his hands on it, Ralph.
He didn't get them together on the ball. We hadn't had a problem getting our hands on the ball, just holding the ball after we get our hands on it.
Yeah, we see why Rucker and Johnson and Thompson are not our wide receivers.
He's good at hitting, not catching.
And not like Trey. I've known him since he was a little bitty little rascal, and he can catch just fine. He just didn't come up with that one. Cobb gives the ball to Savell, and they'll gain about a yard.
Savell on the carry, picked up a yard. Third down.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything negative on Rucker. He's an energizing bunny. He's always hustling. He's right there at the point of the ball almost every time it snaps. It's just one of those he couldn't make the catch.
Second down and 9. When he was little, playing with Cade and baseball, we called him Squirrel because he just was constantly on the move, scattering everywhere. Screen pass out to the right, and they'll be stopped for a loss.
Pass is complete. Number 21, Cameron Norton.
Genoa trying to throw in the ball, and they're having trouble getting people open. Prescott's defenders are covering real well.
Loss of about 5 on the play. One thing you're probably not going to do with Prescott, you're not going to do a lot of stuff wide. The speed of Prescott's usually going to stop that. Barwick again for the punt. Nice punt this time. Cox will get an opportunity to return this one. He got a great wall set up. Comes down the right sideline. He's got to get by Barwick, and good tackle there by Barwick. Nice punt return.
Cox on the return.
Really good wall set up, good blocking all the way down, and the punter had to save the day and make the tackle.
Prescott will have their best field position of the night as they start on the Genoa 37-yard line.
37-yard line. First and 10, Curly Wolf.
Let's see, we've had a 4-play, 5-play, 2-play, and a 1-play. I don't know what they're going to do.
We
top
need three.
that.
We need 3 plays. We've got
That's
5,
true,
4, and 2.
Yeah,
One.
that's-
We just
I
we
guess
need a
that's
3.
right. But that 1 play sure looked good a while ago.
I agree. First and 10, Curly Wolves on the Dragon 37-yard line. Landon across in at right tackle. Number 71, Crane in.
Chase Crane.
Jeffrey Williams hands off to George over the right side. Good job of holding on to the football.
George on the carry.
Like I say, as we observed earlier, he's got 2 hands on the ball. Lot better ball security. Got Jace Crane in there as a blocker coming out,
3 yard.
blocking up the middle.
3-yard gain by George. Johnson now back in at quarterback. Haney to the left. Twin receivers to the right. Johnson's going to give the ball to George over the left side. He's has the first down.
George on the carry.
Kind of rumbling along there for about 11 or 12
And
yards.
he picked up enough for a Curly Wolf. First down.
And I think as he gets older and gets a little bit more mature, he's going to power through that. He kind of stopped when the contact happened. That's not like him.
Yeah, no,
He
that's
normally powers through that.
Very, very unusual. He's usually looking for the contact,
Yes.
and that one he didn't seem to be.
Waiting to see where they mark this one. They're going to mark it right about the 22-yard line, it looks like. Colton Johnson in it, tailback this time. Johnson gives the ball to Colton Johnson. He'll come around the right side. He's going to turn it upfield, trying to stay in bounds. Oh, and he's hit hard as he was dancing on the sideline.
Colton Johnson on the carry.
He did a very good job of dancing on that sideline. As wet as it is, not sure how he kept in bounds, but he did make a good little gain, a little bit of gain.
3 yards.
Looked a lot better than it was.
3 yards. Second down.
Second down and 7. Nolan in the slot. Johnson again gives to Johnson.
Johnson on the carry.
Kind of stumbled as he got to the line of scrimmage there. Going to be a gain of maybe 3 yards.
3rd and 4.
3rd and 4 for Prescott. This is definitely a 4-down territory. We'll have 3 receivers to the left, Haney to the right. Johnson drops back to pass. He's looking for Cox. Oh, and he couldn't catch it before he went out of bounds, but he almost did.
He almost went up high and caught that one, but he bobbled it and couldn't get control of it until he did get out of bounds. So it was a little bobble. Looks like we're going to have Rabadon come out and try to kick a field goal.
Nice to see this coming out. We need to have a practice. They need to be practicing this situation because a field goal could have been the big deciding factor last week.
Well, it's going to get it more important as we go more weeks into this.
35-yard field goal attempt, and
It is good.
it is no good.
Wow. Looked good from here, Jim. I couldn't tell whether it was a little short or whatever, but it looked really good.
Good attempt, though. I mean, that's something, it was close. I mean, that's one of those that you want to be able to know, can you do it? If you're in that situation again, you know, that one's really close. He continues to work a little bit more through this year. He can make that field goal.
Yeah, that was a really good attempt, and like I say, that's something you need in your toolbox down the road to get those points on the scoreboard.
4 minutes to go in the half. Prescott leading 28-0. Cobb will keep it. He's got room around the right side. He'll have a first down out at about, I think he fumbled.
Ball come loose. I'm not sure. It looked like Genoa back on it. Prescott was short a tackle on that one. I thought they did a really good job, and then Cobb broke out of there and actually got the first down.
Cobb on the carry. He'll gain 12 yards on the play. He's definitely been their player, without a doubt. First down and 10 at the their own 32-yard line. Cobb gives the ball to Seville, and not going to get anywhere. Probably lost a yard.
Colton Johnson came in from that wide linebacker and made the tackle in the backfield for a loss.
Well, they haven't called it yet, but if you'll notice on this left side, number 71, he does a little bobble there right before the snap, and it should be a false start. They hadn't called it yet. He's done it 2 or 3 times here. Number 77, I believe, on this left side.
Got a little bit of jerk.
See, Cobb's going to drop back to pass. Riley Robbins on the rush.
Cobb on the carry.
Gully made the tackle. Needs to tackle him just a little bit lower.
Riley Robinson flushed him out. He just couldn't get there, and then the defensive backs came in and cleaned it up.
3rd and 5.
It's going to be a gain of about 6 yards to bring up a 3rd and 5 situation. 2.5 minutes to go first half. Prescott leading 28-0. Genoa trying to get on the board before halftime. Cobb gives the ball to Seville. Nowhere to go. Again, that's time Girth, I believe, wraps him up.
Prescott defensive line got a really good push on that one and had no place to go.
4th down and 5. Bart will be back to punt once again. Cox and Nolan back deep to receive. Barwick will punt it away. It's a high, nice punt. Turns it over. Cox is going to, bobbles it. Will get it back. Breaks one tackle. And he's going to got free for a few yards. We'll get a nice run there by Cox.
really tough run there. Genoa had him stopped, and he just kept pushing, gained about 7 extra yards, just kept his legs moving forward.
You know, this evening before the game, during the homecoming introductions, it was mentioned that he wants to play college football. Well, I know one thing, he can definitely play college football. He's got great hands. He's a very hard, determined runner. He's got good speed. Not sure if he can play at a Division I level, but I know he can at the Division II level. Johnson drops back to pass. Going to roll out to his left. He's going to be chased out of the pocket. He has room to run. He's going to cut back in, and he dropped to a knee as he was trying to cut back.
He almost slipped that one by the referee.
And he picks up enough for a Curly Wolf. First down.
Out to the 49-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 Curly Wolves. 1:10 to go here in the first half, trying to get one more touchdown on the board before the half. Johnson is going to drop back to pass. He's going to throw, looking for Gully. Has him. First down again for the Curly Wolves.
Another good adjustment by Gully to go up and get that ball. It looked like it was going to be too high. Timed it just right and went up and made the reception.
And one of the Dragon defenders is down in the backfield.
And that's enough for a Curly Wolf. First down.
18-yard pass from Johnson to Gully. So Prescott will have a 1st and 10 on about the 34, 33-yard line of Genoa. Not sure exactly what happened to the Genoa player. Looks like he's sitting up at this particular time.
He was trying to put the rush on Johnson. I think he just got twisted up.
He's back on his feet and looks like he's kind of holding his chest there, so I don't know. I didn't see what happened to him. Number 14, Dawson Cole. Just under a minute now.
And that 14, Cole been playing both ways. I think he just got a little tangled up there and maybe short of breath, but he's been on the field the whole night. He has not left defense or offense.
Yeah, there's not a lot of numbers for Genoa. There's just a few guys that are standing on the sideline for them, so most of the guys go both ways. Johnson will look to pass. Oh, and it's over the head of Haney. Hit Cox in the back.
Pass is incomplete. Second down.
I think I had a little confusion in there. Had two offensive players right there just within a step of each other. I think somebody was confused on that one.
Looked like it was going to be a little tunnel screen to Haney, and the ball was just overthrown. Second down and 10 now for the Curly Wolves. 54 seconds to go in the half. Johnson drops back to pass. He's looking for Cox. He's going to stop. He's going to come up with the grab. Another great catch.
The receivers are really going after the ball tonight. That one looked like it was going to be way too low, and he reached down and actually caught the ball.
Yeah, because I'm going to say Ryan's thrown a couple of good passes, but there's been a few that have not been that great, and the receivers have made really good adjustments to make the catch. 22-yard reception. First and 10 Curly Wolves, ball marked on the 11-yard line. Johnson will drop back to pass. It's going to be a little short screen to George, who will get into the end zone, and there's a flag. I believe it's going to be holding.
Flag on the play.
The hold occurred about the 4 or 5 yard line, so
through that little screen, looked like he was just going to walk in untouched and had a holding call. We're going to bring this one back. Had 4 folks out there blocking for him. It just looked like it had a convoy.
Well, it'll still be first down for the Curly Wolves, but it's going to back them up to their 15-yard line.
15.
Clock is running again. Johnson's going to drop back to pass. He's looking for Gully. It's overthrown, incomplete in the end zone.
Had him wide open, Jim. He just a little high on that throw, and the receivers couldn't make an adjustment on that one. It was just too high.
He's just not following through. He's kind of leaving he's kind of releasing up high, not really getting the arm down to where it'll.
As they call it, short arming.
Yes.
He's not getting that front foot down and leaning into it.
Bring up second down and 15. Prescott does still have all 3 timeouts. I expect them to use a timeout after this play if they don't get it in the end zone. Johnson, quick pass out to Franklin, and he dropped that one. That one was just a drop pass.
Just a drop. He got in a hurry on that one. He was looking upfield.
Johnson pass is incomplete.
Bring up a third down.
Third down.
Going to have 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left, with Thompson in the backfield with Johnson.
Watch your Gully going across the middle on this one again. Because there's no deep safety. It was wide open across the middle.
Johnson will drop back to pass. He's got Gully open. It goes and gets it and was knocked down at the last second by Bearden that time.
Pass is incomplete. Pass intended for number.
Well, we're going to try the field goal this time.
4th down.
This one will be from about probably 32 yards, I think, if I get it figured up right, maybe 33. Wait and see where they set their tee.
Robinon's going to try another field goal.
He just barely missed the last one. If the hold and the snap are good, I believe Robidon can make this one. high snap. Robert Don gets it down. His kick is good. As we end the half, Prescott will go into the halftime leading 31-0.
Six tenths left. We're going to have to kick it off.
Oh, we do have to kick it. I thought they was going to let it go all the way down.
Didn't let it run out. We got 6 tenths left.
So thankful for our sponsors, Cofields and Nevada County Bank of Delight, and also Nevada County Courthouse. Prescott's really come out this half and done well.
Come out and they've kind of set the tone. Come out in the second half, they'll get the ball to start the second half. Start that second half off right with another possession.
Robidon will kick it away. Oh, it's going to be an onside kick. That will end the half. We'll be back here in a few moments. We will have our halftime show with the bands.
Real quick announcement, the kids that are raising the money to go to Greece are having a raffle for a bench that will be given away at the Fall Festival tomorrow. So be sure and go down here and get your tickets so you can win that bench tomorrow.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome the Genoa Central High School Marching Band. Tonight, the band will be performing its 2018 competition show, The Blues Brothers. Selections include I Can't Turn You Loose, Soul Man, Gimme Some Lovin', and Everybody Needs Somebody to Love. The band is under the field direction of drum major Ellen Lyles and under the direction of Chris Gray and Lauren Langston. Genoa Central High School Marching Band.
Beyond this place of rafters here looms like a pillar of the city. Something here is fine. Shall find me unafraid. It matters not how it's harsh, conscious, scroll,
your Prescott High School marching band. The Prescott coaches would like to thank Pizza Hut for furnishing them with pizza tonight. And they are under new management, so y'all go out to Pizza Hut.
There's some cars over there behind the agriculture building that are blocking a truck that's trying to get out. Y'all see that truck over there by the Genoa bus? He's trying to get out, and there's some cars blocking his way. If y'all are parked over there, go over and let him out.
Welcome back for the second half. Prescott Curly Wolves with a halftime lead of 31-0. Ralph, what do we got for some halftime stats?
Well, we got a few stats. I was kind of surprised looking at the first downs. Prescott had only 6, but when you score on a one play drive, it kind of helps. Genoa had five first downs. Rushing, Prescott had 153. Genoa had 50. Passing yards, not surprising, 164 for Prescott, 13 for Genoa, 317 total yards for Prescott, 63 for Genoa. Passes attempted, there's 11 attempted and six pass caught for Prescott. Genoa had 9 attempts, 2 caught. Really good stat I'm glad to see this week. There were 0 fumbles for Prescott, 2 for Genoa. They recovered both of them. Penalties, 3 for 35 for Prescott, 1 for 5 for Genoa, so it's been a really clean game. Cam Cox, I've got to go here. He's got 5 receptions for 147 yards. Thompson has 4 rushes for 94 yards. Scoring recap: Ryan Johnson, 35-yard touchdown pass. Ryan Johnson had a run of 11 yards. Ryan Johnson to Cameron Cox for 63-yard touchdown. Thompson had a 65-yard run, and Rabadon kicked a 33-yard field goal, which is good to see.
Yeah, all in all, Prescott had a very good first half. They had the one drive they got down there, missed a 35-yard field goal, but I'm okay with that. Glad to see them attempting it. Glad to see them using all aspects of their team. The special teams are a big part of your football team, and you've got to be able to practice it and use it.
Well, it'll just be a bonus down the line, Jim, because when you get down late in the season, critical times, or even in the playoffs, that 3-point kick is really critical. That would have made a big difference last week if we could have tried it. But like I say, weren't prepared for it. Working on it now, and it did work. It's really good.
Prescott will get the ball to start the second half. Waiting for the teams to take the field and be ready to go. Again, we want to acknowledge those that are having their class reunions tonight. The 2008 having their 10-year reunion. 1988 having their 30-year reunion. And then the old folks. The 1978 reunion having their 40th reunion.
I'm glad you're doing the math on that, Jim. I'm not sure. just know they've been out quite a while. It's good to see a really good crowd came in for the reunion. It's always good to see the folks that you hadn't seen in a long time. Get to visit with them.
I had people hollering at me before the game, and the class of '88 was a couple of years behind me, and then several of the ones that were in '78, they were just a year younger than my sister and 2 years younger than my brother, so I knew all them too growing up, and so I had a chance to. I got stopped several times when I was trying to get to the restroom at halftime.
Barwick will kick off for Genoa.
Barwick to kick it away. It's Franklin and Thompson back deep to receive. Referee has them set and ready to go. Barwick's kick is high. Thompson's going to take it at the 5-yard line. He's going to have a lot of room right up the middle, Ralph. He's got one man to beat. And he's going to have to, number 21 might catch him and does get him down about the 3-yard line.
Wow, excellent return right up the middle. They had a good wedge set up, broke out, and number 21 had enough speed to catch him. I didn't think that anybody was going to catch him.
Norton caught him on the 5-yard line. Great effort on his part to not give up. Good run by Thompson. I love to see kids, though, that don't quit on a play. I think that's one thing that I don't know the kid, but I can already tell you he's got character because, he's not a quitter. He's going to do everything he can, his very best on every play. I like kids like that.
Just a little extra effort goes a long way. So
right.
He didn't quit on it. Really did a good job of getting him before he got to the end zone.
Johnson will give the ball to George. Up the middle, touchdown, Curly Wolves.
Carries it in for a Curly Wolf touchdown.
Jim, they had that one perfectly blocked. There was one man, and he didn't have a chance to slow him down.
We've got 11:37 to go here in the third quarter. Prescott's on the board once again. I noticed at halftime we've got the score in the bottom right-hand corner. I don't even have to give the score anymore.
There you go.
Hannah came up with that. She's able to put that little attribute out there.
And it's good.
Prescott now is up 38-0.
Puts us up 38-0. That will invoke the mercy rule. Clock will run, except for an injury. So it's going to speed up here, Jim.
And I got nothing against that.
It's cooling off tonight. It really finally got to 6 weeks into the season.
Right.
We finally got some football weather, just enough cool on it to make it where the cramps aren't as bad and folks are doing well.
Kind of excited tomorrow night. Me and the family is going to go up to the Razorback game and watch them play Ole Miss. I know that Arkansas has had a disappointing season this year, but I'm still a fan, and I'm hoping the rain kind of holds off to where we can enjoy the game.
Well, and they've showed some character also, Jim.
Yes.
They've had a pretty tough season, but played Alabama, the #1 team in the conference in the nation last week, and really came out and did well. The offense
I
come
agree.
alive, put some points on the board, and to only get beat by 34, that seems like a pretty good victory.
I think so.
And they've started doing well. Let's see if they can continue to build on that this week.
Rabadon will kick it away. He'll kick it deep. Bearden's going to take it at the 22. And he'll be stopped at about the 35.
As we talked about Bearden, he's just a really stout runner.
Coward on the return.
Another one of those, they stopped him, but they really didn't get him down.
Wait to see. I think they're going to spot it at the 35-yard line.
First down, Genoa.
Looks like Mason will be in at quarterback here on this first series for Genoa. Mason gives the ball to, I didn't see who the ball carrier was.
I didn't see who it was, but I saw number 52, Gillard, just consumed him.
Oh, it was handed off to Cobb. Cobb now in at tailback.
Gillard just manhandled his guy right in front of him and just stood there and waited on him. Wasn't no need to go anywhere. He came right to him.
Second down.
Trying something a little different to move Cobb to tailback, which he's definitely the most athletic of the Genoa players that I've seen so far tonight. Mason drops back to pass, rolling out to his right. He's going to keep it, and he was kind of hunkering down for contact and didn't get it.
Got close. He got within a yard. He kind of, like you said, he kind of hunkered down instead of putting his head down and going and getting that first.
Gain of 9 yards on the play. 3rd and 1. Single receivers to each side. Ball given to Cobb. He's met in the backfield and will be dropped for about a 2 or 3 yard loss.
Ball on the carry. Loss on the play. 4th and 2.
Jim, looks like they're going to go for it. Instead of punting it, they're going to line up and run it.
Got to watch the ball here and not jump. Mason will give the ball to Cobb. He is met in the backfield and dropped for another loss.
Carry. Loss on the play.
Curly Wolves are waiting on that one. They had that whole line blocked up.
Curly Wolves take over on down. First down.
Prescott will have their second possession now of the second half, and they're going to be in Genoa territory on the 40-yard line of the Dragons.
Nolan coming in as quarterback, give Ryan Johnson a little break.
George in the backfield with Nolan. Little short pass out to Haney on the left side. He's got room down the sideline, and he is going to be gone.
Touchdown.
One play, 40 yards.
Little screen play out there on the left side. It was blocked really well.
Well, 2 offensive possessions here of the second half. They were one-play drives.
Number 6.
Kind of the way we like it. Got the clock running, and
That's
got
right.
the curly wheels running.
And he runs it in for a curly wolf touchdown.
Coming into the game last week, Prescott was averaging 47 points a game and was held only 20 last week. Prescott is right back in gear this week, now with a 45-0 lead. I was noticing at halftime, I was checking some of the scores, and Bismarck is ahead of Horatio at halftime, 13-12. So that was a bit of a surprise to me.
I didn't hear any scores. I'd be curious to what Smackover and Camden Harmony Grove were doing.
Smackover was ahead big time over Falk. I think it was 34-0. I believe is what it was, 35-0. They weren't having any trouble there.
Prescott's going to Horatio next week.
Yes.
Go on the road.
Rabadon will be kicking it away. In the upcoming weeks, Prescott will be facing Horatio next week, and then, of course, another huge game against Camden Harmony Grove.
Rabadon will kick off for Prescott.
Prescott getting in a few substitutes here on the kickoff team.
Number 43, Cole Callan, getting in the game.
Rabadon kicks it away. It's going to be taken by Bearden at about the 14. He's looking to go out, get outside to the right side. He does get out to about the 43-yard line, I believe.
Kick that one deep, Jim. It's never good when your kicker has to make the tackle. Rabadon on the tackle to save that one. Got out about the 40, little past the 40-yard line.
It's going to bring up a 1st and 10 for the Dragons. They're going to get on about the 41, it looks like.
See if I can get some of these new players. Got number 13 Williams in, number 1 Samuels in.
Number 14 Lee. Mason drops back to pass. Going to roll to his left. He stops and throws. Got a receiver open. That is Barwick. And it will be another 1st down for the Dragons. Jeffrey Williams on the tackle.
Mason completes the pass to number 24, Barwick.
Had a little more time to pass that one. He made a really good throw. Got it out, picked up the 1st down.
Be a gain of about 21 yards on the play. 1st and 10 Dragons now on the Curly Wolf 38-yard line. Get a chance to get some of the second string team in now, get them some playing time tonight. Mason. Mason keeps it over the right side. He'll get around the end and we'll get about 7 yards.
Mason on the keeper.
It's about 7 yards on that. Jeffrey Martin on the tackle over there after a gain of about 7.
Picked up 7 yards. 2nd and 3.
Bring up a 2nd down and 3. The ball marked now down around the 31-yard line of the Curly Wolves. Twin receivers out to the left. Mason gives the ball to Cobb. He's hitting the backfield that time by Jack Arnett.
Cobb on the carry.
Had Cobb quarterbacking most of the first half, and they swapped him over to the tailback because he was doing most of the running. Now they can get the ball to him a little more effectively.
Bring up a 3rd down and 9. I think Cobb would rather be back at quarterback. He was more successful running from the quarterback position. Mason again drops back to pass. And he does complete the pass to number 12. I almost thought he'd passed the line of scrimmage, but I guess he was right at it.
Mason's got a good arm. He's throwing the ball real accurate.
Picked up a first down.
Bring up an 11-yard gain on the play. First and 10 now. Ball marked on the 27-yard line of the Curly Wolves. This defense needs to stiffen it up here. This is you're on the field. You're on the field to get an opportunity to play, but you want to make sure to make plays while you're out there. Mason gives the ball to Cobb. He has some room over the left side. Good job by Cowling.
Cobb on the carry.
George and Samuels on the tackle.
Gang tackling, but still getting 5 and 6 yards on these runs.
Picked up 5 yards. Second and 5.
Weaver now in defensive line, along with Landon Cross, Crane. Second down, 5. Approaching 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Mason gives the ball to Cobb. Being chased from behind. Good job that time. Number 21 on the tackle. And that was Taiwan Thompson. Got lots of speed.
That's a lot of speed. Came from all the way from the opposite side of the field and was able to run him down and stop him with no gain. And it brings up a 3rd and about 5, Jim.
Of course, definitely fourth down. You know, you're going to go full 4 downs in this situation. This will most likely be the last play of the quarter. Mason gets the snap off, rolls to his right. He's going to throw, and the ball's going to be incomplete.
Slick field. Receiver tried to cut back to get it. He just couldn't maintain his footing.
Mason passes incomplete.
I believe the coaches will let the clock just run out here in the third quarter, and we'll flop the field. Now that's going to end the third quarter. Prescott's leading 45-0. We want to thank our sponsors as always, Cofields, Nevada County Courthouse, as well as the Bank of Delight. Next week, Prescott will travel to Horatio, and then they will travel to Camden Harmony Grove, and then complete the season here at home against Centerpoint. If Prescott can win out, they'll at least finish, at worst, they'll finish second in the conference and have their first home game here for the playoffs. So still a lot to play for no matter what happens between the takeover.
They need a little help.
Right.
To get back into that, at least a tie for the first place. But even if you end up second, like you say, they will play the first game at home, and probably if they win that one, they're probably going to go to Clinton.
Yes.
On a road trip on the second week of the season.
That would be a very, very good ball game. Yeah. Clinton is they're undefeated this year. There's a couple of really good teams out there. Boonville ranked number 1. They were winning big over Mansfield at halftime.
Well, I said second game of the season, and truly it is a second season when you get into the playoffs, because everybody starts fresh.
That's right. It's a win or go home.
One and done, and you're.
That's it. Barrett will attempt the field goal. The kick is up.
Wow.
And I believe he's got it.
He has got a leg.
Nice kick there. He could have kicked that in 50 yards. I think that was about a 45-yard field goal.
As I said, I was watching him in warm-ups before the game, and he was kicking 47, 48, and like you say, that one was good at 50 plus. So that does put Genoa on the scoreboard. Scores 45-3.
I believe that was about a 46-yard field goal.
try. And I believe that's going to empty the stands, Jim. It looks like a lot of folks that have seen enough. They're going to go home.
Well, you can figure unless there's any timeouts or anything that happens here in the last 11 minutes, the clock won't stop. So in about 11 minutes from now, we'll be walking out here as well.
Unless have an injury or something like that, they will stop the clock for an injury, but otherwise the clock will run.
Bart will get set to kick it away once again. The last time, of course, Thompson took the ball at the 5-yard line and returned it to the other 5. Taiwan Thompson is back deep to receive, and it's going to be kicked over to, going to be recovered by Samuels on about the 24.
That one come out, looked like a knuckleball from Nolan Ryan. It kind of squirted out of there, and it was hard to handle when he did get it.
Ball recovered by number 1, Samuels.
So I definitely would expect to see, again, the second, maybe some of the sophomores in on this particular drive here.
Seeing lots of new numbers out there. I see a 16. I'm not sure who that one is. 13, Williams going to be in. 27, Ingram.
Williams will be in at quarterback for the Curly Wolves.
I assume that 16 is probably Damian Kisselberg, is actually number 17.
Jeffrey Williams will drop back to pass. He's going to throw deep. He's looking for Lee, and it's going to be intercepted by number 6. That is Dewson. And he'll get back to the Curly Wolf 44-yard line.
Williams' pass is intercepted.
Really a long pass. It didn't have a very good spiral on it. Just didn't get there.
Let's see, that's going to be back to the 40, we'll say the 47-yard line now. They're going to split Cobb out to the left this time, so he's moving to another position here.
Yeah, I believe he can play all of them.
Yeah, and I believe we may have had a false start. Let's see what the call is.
I didn't see any flags. I just heard the whistles. I'm not sure what to call.
I don't know. I'm like you. I never saw a flag. I just heard whistles.
I'm thinking maybe the referees weren't ready. I don't know.
I'm not sure. Somebody may have had equipment issue, so looks like it's number 16. I believe that is Morrow. Mason throws the ball over to number 80, and that is Thomas.
Morgan Thomas.
Quarterback passes.
Number 16, I believe, is Tyler Morrow that was coming in late on that play.
To number 80, Thomas.
First and 10 Dragons on the Curly Wolf 35-yard line. I expect Mason will be their quarterback next year. He's just a sophomore.
He's got a really good arm. He's really throwing the ball well.
Mason rolls out to the left, looking to throw, looking for Cobb. Looks like he didn't make the catch.
Mason passes complete.
Gain of about 8.
Pick up 7 yards.
Make it a second down and 3.
Second and 3.
Under 7 minutes to play now in the ball game. Prescott leading comfortably. Mason waits for the receivers to get set. Ball handled off to Savelle.
Number 71, Jace Crane on the bottom of that, and Jesse Dalrymple also in on the tackle.
gain of a yard. That's going to make a 3rd down and about 3.
Marvick, the ball carrier, picked up about a yard. 3rd down.
Mason gives the ball. No, he's going to keep it around the right side. He has room. He will get the 1st down. Gets down inside the 15. Nice tackle there by Lee.
As you said, I think Mason will be the quarterback for next year. He's just a sophomore. He's doing real well. Good runner. Good throwing the ball. He's doing a really good job.
Penalty on the play.
Oh, we did have a penalty. I did not see the flag.
Against the Dragons.
See exactly where they mark it. One thing is for sure, the officials are not speedy.
They're really deliberate. I guess is a kind way to put that. They're not getting in a hurry.
3rd and 10.
They wouldn't win many track meets. 3rd down and 10 for the Dragons. Ball marked on the 35-yard line. Mason looking to throw to Bearden. Bearden does make the grab, and we'll get down to the 30.
Mason pass is complete.
Good swing pass out there in the flat, and he just couldn't get a whole lot of yards. He did get some of the lost yards back. It's going to be 4th and about 4, looks like.
Well,
4th down.
I was wondering if they were going to try another field goal. But looks like this time they're going to go ahead and go for it. 4th down and 5. They need to reach the 25. Bearden and Cobb will be split to the left. And now we're going to have a timeout. So we've got 4:18 to go here in the ball game. Prescott leading 45-3. And this is kind of what we said throughout the game. Prescott needed this kind of a win. They needed to come back and play well. They've been very efficient. They hadn't put the ball on the ground. We had some interceptions we might should have grabbed, but the receivers caught the ball well. The line blocked well. This is what you ask for your teams to rebound from last week.
Well, really cleaned it up a bunch, Jim. I think we had 11 fumbles last week. And looking at the stats earlier, we've had 0 fumbles. So that's a really big plus right there to clean it up, get it, and hold that ball. Because anytime you turn that ball, we didn't lose but 2. But it could have been really disastrous if you put the ball on the ground 11 times. The odds are you're going to have bad things are going to happen.
Yeah, and the thing was that even though you didn't lose the fumble, they were lost yards. They were bigger plays that could have been made. There was one that was going in for a touchdown when he fumbled. So I mean, there was that they were costly because of the results, and how it affected in the long run. Well, it changed momentum so many times. That was a big thing.
And it's kind of changed your mental picture. You get a little self-conscious.
Mason rolling out to the left. Going to pass is going to be complete to Cobb. He's going to break a tackle and get the 1st down.
Really tough run by Cobb. He got hit right at the 1st down marker. Actually carried it on for about another 3 or 4 yards and picked up the whole 1st down.
Number 5, Cobb.
Gain of about 8 yards. Ball now marked down on the 22-yard line. Mason gives the ball to Seville. Breaks a tackle, gets down inside the 15, close to the 10. Wait to see if they, can't tell if they, I think he's a little short.
No signal yet.
Oh, he does get the 1st down. I knew it was going to be right there at the sticks. 1st and 10, the ball is marked at the, we'll say the 11-yard line. Mason, the ball is fumbled, and I believe the Curly Wolves come up with it on the 10.
Recovered the fumble.
Landon Cross with the recovery.
Kind of a botch snap, and he kicked it forward, and Landon Cross was be able to recover it.
This is a good situation now for the Curly Wolves. They can Now we can just run the football and run this clock out.
Run it out, Jim. 2.5 minutes left.
First and 10, Prescott. Got 2:25 to go in the game. Should be able to run the clock out. I've seen the little Tywan Thompson run the football. If I was Prescott here, I'd let Jeffrey Williams hand it off to 21, and he might could even break one with his speed. He'll get his chance. He breaks one tackle, breaks another tackle, trying to cut back into the middle of the field. Won't get free, but will gain a few yards.
Broke 2 or 3 tackles and just kind of got conglomerated. There was too many people there. He just couldn't break it.
Picked up 3 yards.
I'll say this. He's a sophomore. He's 5'7", says 140 pounds, but I don't believe it.
He may have some rocks in his pocket.
But he is fast. Williams gives the ball to Thompson, right side. Nowhere to go. I just want to see him get in the open field.
Thompson on the carry.
3rd down and 7.
No gain on the play. 3rd down.
Kisselberg split to the left. Williams gives the ball to Thompson. He cuts it back inside, and he'll be close to a 1st down.
Thompson on the carry.
He did get the 1st down.
And he picked up enough for a goodie, Wolf. 1st down.
But if he can put on some weight and gain a little size, he's going to be a blessing to us in a couple of years.
He's really quick, but he is really light. Like I said, 140 pounds. I don't believe he's quite 140 pounds.
Thompson again on the carry, and no gain. May have lost a yard that time.
Gillard on the tackle.
And that should end the ball game unless Prescott decides to run another play. I know these kids are on the field, and they may want to run one, but they don't have to. They're playing the Macarena over there. Hadn't heard that in a long time. Jeffrey Williams will drop back here. He'll hand the ball off to Thompson. He gets away from one, and then he's tackled by about 3 Dragons. That'll end the game. Prescott will win this one 45-3. They moved to 6-1 on the season, 3-1 in conference play. And the Curly Wolves rebounded from last week, Ralph. Next week we travel to Horatio. We need to do the same thing next week. And let's get this winning streak back in place.
Build on it every week, and that's what you start a new season this week. Start a new win streak. They're 1-0.
We thank you for joining us here on Swark Dot today, and we will see you next week from Horatio.